What's this going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I am again joined with Amy, Miss Queen of the cheat meal. It's leg day today, so we're gonna go smash a leg workout, and then I'm recording a podcast over in the east side at Royal Stacks, which you may recognize from the first video. That's gonna be fun as hell. So we'll film the entire process as well as a surprise recipe that I have, which won't really be a surprise. It's a surprise for me because I don't know what I'm making yet, but it won't be a surprise for you because it'll be in the caption. So, you know, that sucks. But let's get some pre-workout and then get to the gym. Right, so I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going with. Maybe fruit punch, maybe cola. I do like the cola. I think we'll go fruit punch. I tried fruit punch for the first time yesterday, and it may actually be my favorite pre-workout of My Protein's pre-workout blend. If you're gonna get the pre-workout, I definitely recommend get grape, not gape. Gape would be interesting.
Maybe.
Good soup. So we're gonna finish drinking this pre-workout and then make my way down to the gym. The gym's only like 10 minutes from here, so hopefully the pre kicks in just as I'm pulling up at the gym. I'd take you for the drive, but I don't think a 10-minute drive of me just driving down a straight road is gonna be entertaining for people. So we'll do a sick transition. Which one? This one. That was another leg day in the books with this one, the beautiful Amy. Now we're gonna go home, make the recipe for you guys, but at first I think we're going over to Royal Stacks to record the podcast. I'll do a little bit of vlogging there, probably not a whole heap, but I'll do a little bit, and then we'll get into the recipe. The sun's there, it's probably too bright. Then we'll get into the recipe. I still don't know what it is, but you guys do, because as I said, it's the caption of the video. But let's get moving. And we are at Royal Stacks down in Moorabbin. Yes.
Oh shit.
Ainsley. Amy's here setting up her brand new camera, and Sass is here as well. We're about to jump in this podcast booth right here and record the podcast.
That was pretty much part of paid promotions and collaborative, you know, pretty much money passing. Came up with the idea pretty much in unison, saying, why don't we do our own thing? And yeah, why don't we do something about it? Why not, rather than just complain about it and not do anything, let's do something.
By the way, guys, we are literally we are recording the podcast right now. We'll be back over to the west, and then we'll get into the recipe part of the video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zacro kitchen. I don't know what who's texting me? Oh, it's your mum. That's weird. I asked her not to, specifically before 4 PM. She knows I'm filming. Anyway, on to making today's recipe, which, in case you can't read the caption of the video, is brownies. I love protein brownies. I've actually dropped this recipe numerous of times on TikTok and on Instagram, but it's honestly a timeless classic, and it really helped me grow my Instagram to what it is now. Like, this recipe is basically the base of what started most of the other recipes, I should say. It actually started initially with cheesecake, but we're gonna run with the brownies because they're the most popular. They were the most remade recipe of all of 2021. So let's get into it. All right, we're gonna have 30 grams of chocolate protein of choice. I use Chocolate Smooth My Protein Impact Whey. Obviously, you know where to go for that discount code, baby. Not under the bench, but in the description. You know what I mean. 50 grams of all-purpose or plain flour, straight in there. By the way, if you're too lazy to watch this, the full recipe is in the description of the video, as per usual. and 40 grams of cocoa powder, along with half a cup of stevia. This turns out to be about 80 to 100 grams depending on, you know, what you're using. I prefer to use the gold stevia, but I just don't have any in the cupboard at the moment, and I'm almost so broke that I can't pay attention, so we're going with that. Actually, I'm literally just too lazy to go to the store, so we're using the white stevia. Also, half a teaspoon, or 2.5 to 3 grams of baking soda, Bi Carb Soda, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from, that's what it is. And of course, get down to some whiskey business. There will be some clumps of cocoa powder. Don't stress too much, mate. We'll try and get them all out as best we can. Alternatively, you could sift this into the bowl, but I'm lazy. I'm feeling hella lazy today. I just want to get it done, man. I want to eat these sooner rather than later. Alrighty, that is looking pretty good to me. Now, for the wet ingredients, we're going in with 120 ml of almond milk, unsweetened, of course, because, you know, it's only 40 calories per 250 ml, which is what we want. 250 grams of non-fat or low-fat, it's like 0.5% Greek yogurt. This is what's going to really bring like the fudgy aspect into the brownies. It really is a game changer of an ingredient. I love using this. Obviously, as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you don't want to use Greek yogurt, you can substitute it for applesauce, pumpkin puree, mashed banana. You'll obviously lose a lot of the protein in the brownies, and these are, of course, protein brownies. So substitute at your own risk. And of course, we're going to throw in 45 grams of your favorite spread. I've used Milka chocolate spread actually for this one. You can use Nutella, you can use Biscoff, peanut butter, protein spread, you can use melted white chocolate, you could use anything that you like. However, I'm going in with this one because I just feel like it will really help with the richness. I was going to use a dark chocolate spread, but I thought that might be too much because we're going to put dark chocolate chips in, of course. Only if you want to, of course. But I do. And I don't want to lose a whole heap of anything else. I just want it to be rich enough where it's nice, but not so rich that it's too much to eat. So get your wet ingredients in and give that a nice stir. The cocoa powder or the entire mixture in general will probably jump out at you. I can't tell you the amount of white tops I've ruined while making brownies, which makes me think I probably shouldn't be wearing one now, but you only live once. I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne once said that, but don't quote me on that. Actually, yeah, no, do quote me on that, because he did say that. Him and Drake. Yeah, the boys. Alright, let's get into this. Now, you should get a relatively smooth mixture. Depending on whether you sift your dry ingredients in, of course. Because if you don't, you may end up with clumps of cocoa powder, but you know, that's fine. Don't worry about that too much. Of course, don't forget to preheat your oven. I've got this bad boy preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, which is around 375 to 360 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, roughly, maybe. Use Google for that one. I know I may be wrong, but I think it's about right. Alright, the mixture itself will be a little bit runnier than general like brownie mixtures, as you can see there, but that is exactly how it should look. Lovely jubbly. Now, as I said, we are going to put 25 grams of dark chocolate chips in. However, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I do put them in last, so that way they can like either stay at the top or slightly sink. I don't want to fold them in with this mixture because if I do that, they're going to sink straight to the bottom. Not what I want. Alright, so I'll just get a brownie pan. Just like the guy on Art Attack, here's one I prepared earlier. If you haven't seen Art Attack, you're either A, too young, or B, didn't have much of a childhood, and for that I'm really sorry. But it was one of the greatest shows of all time. Anyway, Now pour your brownie batter into your brownie tray. I don't think I need much of a description for this one. It's, you know, just pour it in. Scrape the edges, or leave enough in there that you want to eat for yourself. I don't know. If you prefer the raw batter, then help yourself. I shouldn't be promoting that because it has raw flour in it and you're not supposed to eat raw flour. However, you know, sometimes you just got to lick the bowl. You got to lick the beaters, man. You don't want anything to go to waste. And just like that, we have a brownie tray full of brownie batter. Now, here's a tip for you guys. When you've poured it into the tray, give it a few taps on the bench in order to get the air bubbles out. If you don't get the air bubbles out, it will expand too much and you'll end up with like cakey brownies. So you really want to get those air bubbles out to create fudgy, dense brownies. You'll see a whole bunch of air bubbles pop on the top. And we're going to go in with our 25 grams of chocolate chips. I've got mini dark chocolate chips, however you can use whatever you want. You can use chocolate chunks, you can use whatever you want. I spread them out as evenly as possible all over it. If you want to be more precise and get equal macros for every single brownie, then you can like count them out. However, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Like, estimates are completely fine, especially in something like this, because the brownies themselves are only about 85, 86 calories per brownie, maybe even a little bit less. So it's nothing crazy. Don't go mental with it. Try not to be like way over the top with it. And after all, like, it's Christmas. Enjoy yourself. Unless of course you're watching this and it's not Christmas, in which case, still enjoy yourself, but it's not Christmas. Alrighty, so just like that, we have super, I'm not going to tip it because obviously it'll go everywhere. Now we're going to throw this in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. I think 26.2 might be okay. Halfway, I've mentioned this before and I'm going to mention it again, a lot of ovens will have cold spots or cool spots. They won't necessarily be cold, you can't keep your drinks in there, but a lot of ovens will have cool spots that won't cook evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in for 25 to 30 minutes, but however, halfway I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees to be sure that it cooks evenly throughout. Hey Siri, set my timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, counting down.
There we go. See you in 25 to 30 minutes. Should we do the thing? Let's do the thing. Now when you pull the brownies out initially from the oven, they will look like they've inflated quite a lot. Don't worry, they'll deflate. They'll deflate, they'll go super dense, super fudgy. You'll see that in 5 minutes when we do the taste test. So it's actually not 5 minutes, it's more like 25 to 30. You'll see. You'll see in the taste test how fudgy these are. See you then. Alrighty, here we go. Look at that. Honestly, show me a more fudgy protein brownie. These are going to be ridiculous, but you know, I've made them before, so I know they're going to be good. Alright, now let's talk calories and macros for the entire batch. We're looking at 1,036 calories, 92 grams of carbs, 74 grams of protein, and 37 grams of fat. Really good. Like, you could honestly sit down and eat that entire tray if you really wanted to. Per brownie, if you cut them into 12 like I do, 7.5 carb, 6 protein, 3 fat, and all of 86 calories per brownie. I don't know about you, but that's pretty damn good, man. As I said, I already know these are going to be tasty because I make them before, but here's a taste test. Let's see if we can get some ASMR in there. You can't. Honestly, just honestly ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for watching the YouTube video. Oh, that's your mum again. She's thirsty. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the YouTube video. If you can, like and subscribe. It would genuinely mean a lot to me. Find my other socials below as well. My God, again? Wow, she really wants me to come over for Christmas dinner. I'll see you on Christmas Day. Again, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.